What's going on, guys? Boss Jacoby here with part 3 of 3 of my MLG Anaheim recap series. In this installment, I'm going to talk about a few key matchups or teams from both the winners and losers brackets. Before I begin, if you want to see the top 25 Black Ops teams, check the description box below because I listed them all out for you guys in order. The 4 pool winners, Influence, Leverage, Optic Gaming, and Fear, moved into the winners bracket, while every other team remaining dropped into the losers bracket, meaning if they lost, they were out. In the winners bracket, Leverage took out Influence 3-2, while Fear took care of Optic Gaming by the count of 3-2 as well. That meant that both Optic Gaming and Influence dropped down into the losers bracket. In the next matchup of the winners bracket finals, Fear faced off against Leverage and swept them 3-0, sending yet another previous champion down to the losers bracket. Down in the losers bracket, a lot had to be decided before Leverage, Optic Gaming, and Influence were to play again. The standout teams here were Envious, Obey, and Next Threat. Envious took out Hybrid 3-0, Fly Society 3-0, and A4V 6-5 after starting that series trailing 1-3. Eventually, Envious was taken out by Young Guns but managed to place 8th. Obey, like Envious, finished pool play with a 1-3 record, but as Force showed at Columbus, a hot streak can dramatically improve your placing, and that's exactly what happened. Obey took out Force 3-0, then Twisted Method 3-1, and then finally took out VWS 6-5 after starting the series down 2-3. They were swept in the next round by QUANTIC Next Threat, which is the next team I want to talk about. Although Next Threat finished pooled play with a decent record at 2-2, they found themselves third in that pool with a lot of room to make up. They went on to sweep Juked, defeat Defying History 3-2, and then moved on to sweep Obey and Influence before being taken out 1-3 by Optic Gaming in the losers bracket semifinals. So at this point, only 3 teams remain: Fear, Leverage, and Optic Gaming. Since Fear was undefeated at that point, they were automatically placed in the championship finals with a top 2 finish guaranteed. That leaves us with Optic Gaming and Leverage, champions of one Pro Circuit Black Ops event each. Leverage defeated Optic Gaming 3-1, which was a series that was more one-sided than I and a lot of other people imagined. So that leaves us with Fear and Leverage in the championship finals. But one thing, the continuation rule. The continuation rule essentially means that if 2 teams played each other before, the map count would come into play, and instead of a best of 5, it'd be a best of 11, meaning that Leverage was in the championship finals versus Fear already down 0-3, first to 6. After Leverage lost the first map of the finals, which was the 4th map overall, they found themselves in a 0-4 deficit, something that, at least while playing a team like Fear, seemed almost impossible to wiggle out of. But somehow Leverage did it with outstanding play, ultimately winning Villa S&D, Fire Range CTF in overtime, Fire Range domination by 10 points, and Hanoi S&D. Once tied 4-4, Fear won the next map, Summit CTF in overtime, after a flag cap in the first 40 seconds, ultimately pushing the series to 5-4 in Fear's favor. Next map was Havana S&D, and after clutch plays from seemingly everyone on both teams, Leverage took the map to force a Game 11, tying up the series at 5-5. Game 11 was one where momentum played a huge role, as you saw Leverage tear up Grid S&D to beat Fear and win their second Black Ops Pro Circuit Championship. On their way to victory versus Fear, Leverage won 1 DOM map, 1 CTF map, and 4 S&D maps, proving they are one of, if not the best S&D teams on the circuit. Outstanding play from an amazing team, and it's awesome to see them work through adversity like they did, something that with their past roster, they might not have been possible. I think going into Raleigh, a lot more teams will begin to practice S&D, because if not, the kind of dominance in that game mode that Leverage showed will be practically impossible to slow down. For the runner-ups, Team Fear, they placed 2nd with the roster formed just days before the event, so expect them to be a huge contender if they stick with the same roster. I doubted them before Columbus and here before Anaheim as well, but this event proved to me that they are here to stay, and I simply will not ever doubt them again. Although they didn't win and some may say they choked, they should be extremely happy with the result and move into Raleigh with a lot of confidence. With more practice and time together as a team, they will be a huge threat for every top team. That's it for this final part of my MLG Anaheim recap series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the other two, which if you missed will be in the description box below. Thanks for watching, guys, and please hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. See you later. Peace.